So you came from a wealthy family or not a wealthy family?
I came from a wealthy family.
For nearly 13 years now, Mr. Aliko Dangote has reigned as Africa's richest man, yet to be beaten. From 3 generations down, the family has built and successfully transferred wealth from one generation to the other. From his mother's side, his mother, Maria Sanusi Dantata, was the daughter of one of the richest and successful businessmen in West Africa, Sanusi Dantata, who also was the son of where everything began from, the point where it all started, Alhaji Hassan Dantata. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. There was wealth in the family back then. The family traded in kola nut and groundnut, but there was a break here. Abdullahi, who was the son of Babata Latin and also the father to Alhaji Hassan Dantata, after his death, the family's world became blurry and young Dantata had to build everything himself from scratch. Alhaji Hassan Dantata was a northern Nigerian trader. At the time of his death, he was the wealthiest man in West Africa. Dantata was born into a Galawa trading family in Bebeji, present-day Kano State, in 1887. Kano State is noted for its famous market and is the most leading industrial center in northern Nigeria. It was Africa's most important business sectors when the British arrived in 1884. Coming down, Sanusi Dantata, the son of Alhaji Hassan Dantata, was a successful businessman. Under the British rule, he traded commodities such as rice and was ranked as Kano State wealthiest citizen. You might be wondering, how did Dangote's father meet his mom? Mohammed Dangote was a business associate of Sanusi Dantata, which makes it very obvious. Of course, he married his daughter, Maria Sanusi Dantata. On April 10, 1957, young Dangote was born, but sadly, at the age of 8, he lost his father, Mohammed Dangote, and his grandfather, Sanusi Dantata, insisted on raising him by himself. Now, this is a scenario where we can chip in the saying, everything happens for a reason, cause young Dangote was destined to be a billionaire and he just needed a good environment, and Sanusi Dantata instilled in him the business mindset. Dangote further schooled in Egypt, where he studied business administration. He returned to Nigeria, took a loan of 5,000 naira from his grandfather, equivalent to $5,000 in 1977. I don't want to convert it to the current currency rate. It's a lot. Don't ask me what happened to the Nigerian economy. It's a long story on its own. He asked for permission from his grandfather to move to Lagos and hustle. Though Dangote came from a wealthy family, but this was the point where he chose to build his own wealth, independent of the Dantata family. His first business was when he imported soft commodities at wholesale price from Europe, rice from Thailand and sugar from Brazil. Business was so good, in just 3 months, he repaid back the loan. Another point is, though Dangote came from a wealthy family and independently built his wealth from scratch, but there are some key factors we sure cannot deny. A wealthy family which gave him an upper hand and influence in business, an industrial environment, of course Kano State, and the business mindset from his grandfather. But then again, he's not the only child born into a wealthy family with these privileges. Others have equal or more opportunities and privileges than he did, yet he came on top. How did he do it? Do you remember this poem, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost? A part of it that goes like this: two roads diverge into a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. In 1977, when there was an oil boom in Nigeria and almost everyone was jumping into the moving train, rushing into the oil industry, Dangote took a different path, the path where almost everyone forgot about. He could have easily ventured into the oil industry right away and dragged himself to the top using the family's name and wealth, but then again he said that could have tainted the family's image. Of course, here is so true.
Spans a lot of different sectors: cement, flour, salt.
Yes.
Let me just ask you this: why commodities in a country like Nigeria, where oil is king? Why not get into the oil business right away?
Well, you see, at first, really, what we thought of doing as a company, we said that, look, let us work very, very hard and get there first. You know, because if we had followed that trend of dealing in oil, would have actually tainted our name, you know, that name, because yes, you know, the household name, because people will always think that, look, you have made this much money because you did a lot of unethical deals in oil industry, you know, because you know the story of the oil industry. So we actually kept out of oil at all and just concentrated on food items.
Now, He needed to find a path that would take him around and still bring him into the industry. He reinvested all the profit he had made earlier on from his initial business into the business again, this time around doubling his effort and maximizing his profit. He imported more soft commodities and soon realized there was more money to be made from the production or manufacturing of these commodities than acting as a middleman. In 1981, he founded and started the production of Dangote cement and soon began the full-scale production of most of the commodities he had been importing earlier on. However, the most important part, on 22nd of May 2023 in Lekki, of course, Nigeria, the Dangote oil refinery was inaugurated. You see, there was more money to be made in the refining of oil than the drilling of it. Drilling of oil can sometimes be a lack. You can literally drill a hole and not find anything, just an expensive hole. But with the advancement in tech, the risk has reduced. I'll be working on the next episode, part 2 of it. So stay tuned and please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.